Thanks for tuning in to our special sports segment today. I'm Matt Craig alongside Anthony and Colin. And let's start off with some MLB. A lot of big moves this offseason so far. But the biggest one yet to happen, where will Max Scherzer go?
There's a lot of talk about what teams. Yankees have mentioned, Sox have been mentioned, plenty of teams mentioned. I think he's going to go to San Fran. I think the Giants are going to get him. They lost a lot. They lost Sandoval. They need a big signing to really reinvigorate them, get going for next season. What about you, Dust? Where do you think he's going?
I'm saying he goes back home to Detroit. I don't think anyone wants to pay him what he's asking for. I think ultimately he'll end up back in Detroit with his home team.
I couldn't agree more. I can definitely see him going back to Detroit. With Cespedes now, too, I mean, if they can bring him back in, that would be I think they would easily walk away with that division. With the signings so far, which team do you guys think has improved the most?
I think overall the Toronto Blue Jays have improved the most. I think trading for Josh Donaldson was a big trade, and I think that's really going to help. He's one of the best players in baseball right now, and I think signing Russell Meyer was also a big piece for them. I think they'll be a lot better next year.
I would have said the Miami Marlins. They locked up Stan long term. They brought in Latos. They brought in Mike Morse, Phil Hughes, Martin Prado. They brought in a lot of little parts. Jose Fernandez coming back off his Tommy John. If they stay healthy, they're a scary team. Young, and they're legitimate.
Definitely. I think the Padres really went from the laughingstock of the MLB to this. They have a great outfield now. They got Will Myers, Justin Upton, Matt Kemp. I mean, they really brought in some pieces this offseason. They have Cashner and a few other young, great pitchers. Look for them to come out of the NL West this year. And with that being said, which team has really been a dud? It really hasn't done much.
I'm going to have to say the New York Yankees. They have just kind of sat around. They have not made one big move yet. The biggest move they made was re-signing Chase Headley. I thought they were going to do something, maybe make a move for Scherzer, but I don't know what they could do at this point.
It's got to be the Giants. You know, they came off the World Series win, and all they've done is lose their World Series MVP. That's really all they've done. They brought back Peavy, but they need to make a move soon.
Yeah, I'm going to have to agree with Colin. My Yankees doing nothing, sitting around, really not going after anyone big. They brought in Headley, but that's not really going to push you over the top in the AL East especially.
Very competitive division.
Yep. And who would you guys say is the biggest signing of the offseason so far?
Has to be John Lester. He was definitely the big name pitcher on the market. Cubs scooped him up from the Sox, but maybe the Sox didn't want him. But he had to have been the biggest signing so far this offseason.
Yeah, I have to agree with Dust, but another big signing was two signings Sox made, Pablo Sandoval and Hanley Ramirez. Both big bats, both helped the lineup a lot, I think. What about you, Matt? What do you think?
I'm going to have to go with Lester. I mean, the Cubs, they're also going after David Price now.
Yeah.
With Lester there, that could attract some attention from Price. I mean, the Cubs, they are improving slowly.
Yeah, they are. They're getting there. They could be a dangerous team next year if they get a couple bats.
All right, that's enough for the MLB. The NBA, the Celtics are off to a solid start this year without really many pieces.
Right, they just traded Rondo. They got a little back for him. Better late than never trading him.
Oh yeah.
But they got a lot of young talent there, so hopefully they'll progress. Maybe get an 8 seed this year.
Yeah.
Slowly get better. A couple of years from now, they'll be top of the East again. So hopefully.
Oh yeah, a lot of picks this year. I mean, they could definitely do something in the draft.
That's what we're hoping. They got a lot of draft picks. I'm not really hoping for them to make the playoffs this year. I want them to get a kind of worse record so they can really get a good draft pick. They got a lot of good pieces to build around. Marcus Smart's a very good player. Jared Sullinger's playing well, and Kelly Olynyk's playing really well. Really good basketball right now.
Which team is the best right now? Who's the final favorite heading into the Christmas?
Gotta be the Warriors. With Curry and Thompson in that backcourt, they're a deep team. They shoot, they run, and they're just when they get hot, they are hot.
What do you think, Colin? As of right now, what do you think would?
The Warriors are playing some really good basketball. I think they're probably the favorite, but out of the East, I'm gonna have to say Washington's playing some really good basketball. John Wall's really maturing as a leader and a role player. He's playing really well. I can't count the Cavs. LeBron, that team's clicking. Kyrie Irving's playing well. Kevin Love's fitting into the team. They're developing pretty well right now. What about you, Matt?
I'm going to have to go with the Dallas Mavericks, bringing in Rajon Rondo.
Yeah.
I mean, they have a solid starting five, can shoot, can play defense, just a solid team right now that could do some things in the West.
Yeah, they could.
And moving on from NBA, some NHL news. The Boston Bruins are struggling this year. Not going to lie, they're having a tough year. They're floating around 500, which is not going to get it done for the playoffs. They need to make a move, and we've heard names such as Taylor Hall and TJ Oshie, which I would be completely fine for, trading a Louis Eriksson, maybe a pick even, to get a guy like Oshie to really score some goals.
Yeah, then especially a player along the names of Taylor Hall too. I think he would really, adding a good young player like him would really add some scoring to the team,
Oh, yeah.
kind of liven the team up, get them going.
Yep. And for the NFL, last night, with the Bengals win, the Patriots clinched home field advantage throughout the playoffs. That is huge.
That is
The
a
road to the
big
Super Bowl
advantage.
has to go through Gillette.
Yep.
Yep. You got anything?
Yeah, I think the Pats are looking really good right now. If they're playing as good as they're playing right now, I don't think there's a team in the AFC that can stop them, especially Denver. Denver's sliding right now. They're not playing good football. The only team that worries me a little is Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is able to, they're not afraid of coming into New England, giving us a good match. But I think we have a better team. I don't think their defense is there, capable of stopping our offense, and I think our defense can slow down Roethlisberger.
At home, you got to imagine that the Patriots are the favorite to come out of the AFC now, huh?
Most certainly, yeah. They're easily the best team right now. Going into Week 17, they already clinched the first home field advantage. They're looking good. Really, no one's looking like they could come in Gillette and beat them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Some playoff predictions right now. A few days before Christmas, who's your Super Bowl prediction?
Right now, I have Pats against Seahawks. I think Seahawks are playing some unreal football right now. It's no one's going to beat them in the NFC right now. I think they're clicking. They're playing really well right now. The only team that could beat them, I think, is Green Bay. Green Bay's kind of sliding a little. Lost to Buffalo a couple weeks ago. They're not playing great. But I wouldn't sleep on Dallas either. Dallas is playing very well right now. Tony Romo's really coming around, kind of breaking that little thing everyone's saying about how he can't play in December.
Oh, yeah. As of right now, I'm going to have to go with the Patriots and the Packers. You know, everyone says defense wins Super Bowls. I'm going to go with the offensive teams this year. The Packers, they can score at will. I mean, they can put up 30, 40 points against anyone, really. What do you think, Dustin?
I gotta agree. Pats Packers is my prediction. I just think in the playoffs, Aaron Rodgers will be able to overcome that Seahawks defense, and then if the Seahawks can't score, they can't win. So I'm seeing a Pats Packers Super Bowl.
And right now, as we go into the last week of the season, the MVP talks are starting up. Who's
Yes,
your
they
favorite
are.
for the MVP?
There's a lot of candidates. I don't think there's really any clear-cut candidates right now. I've heard a couple names being tossed around. Tom Brady, obviously. Pat's playing very well. He's playing great this season. I've heard Aaron Rodgers' name also tossed out there. He's having another great season. He's playing top of his game right now. Another unconventional name, but J.J. Watt. He's playing awesome defensive. He's playing terrific for the Texans right now. And really, he's a difference maker for that team.
Yep. Oh, yeah, Dusty. Your boy, J.J. Watt, I'm going to have to agree with you that he will win the MVP. I mean, tell him what he does for the
Most
Texans.
certainly, he does everything on defense. He's sacks, tackles for loss,
Oh,
forced fumbles. He gets picks. He's got like 6 total touchdowns, defensive and offensively. So you put him on the goal line, he does it all for that Texans team. Without him,
Yep.
they're 3-4 wins. There's
Oh,
no way they're
definitely.
still slowly in that
Completely
playoff
different
picture.
team.
Yep. And that's all we got for you today. Thanks for sticking around with us. Thank you for watching. We'll see you later. Have a good day, MHS.